Hey everybody, what's going on? I'm Geno Reynolds and this is WAND Presents The Real Geno. Today we're going to take a look at the newest installment in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Today we're going to be talking about Black Panther: Wakanda Forever. So let's do this.
Wakanda Forever!
Only the most broken people can be great leaders.
They did not call him General or King. They called him Kukul Khan, the feather serpent god. Killing him will risk eternal war.
1 year after King T'Challa has died of a mysterious disease, the rest of Wakanda has to figure out how to move forward, all while having to deal with outside threats from both above and below. Of course, the big question on everybody's mind is, how did they handle the sudden passing away of the actor behind T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman? I think that is the only part of the movie that could have been handled better, but that being said, I really don't know how that could have been handled differently. By the way, I do hope that this quote-unquote mysterious disease ends up being a future plot point. The Marvel Universe has a lot of creative diseases and inflictions that could have been the cause of his death. I mean, you have an actor that has suddenly passed away. How do you handle it? You could go the Rise of Skywalker route, but we all know how awkward that was. You could also go the Rogue One route as well, at least long enough to write him out of the story. Let's be honest though, even though the technology is getting better in that aspect, it's not there yet. The scene plays out with T'Challa not in the room with people trying to save his life, especially Shuri, who really takes failing to save him hard. This ends up being a major plot in the movie. Again, the scene felt kind of awkward, but it doesn't last long and the movie moves forward in a very effective way from then on. The next big question is, who's the next Black Panther? Thankfully, the movie doesn't keep this a mystery for long. While yes, the movie makes you wait for the reveal, they make it pretty obvious who it's going to be. The bigger mystery is how this can happen, given that Killmonger destroyed the source of the Black Panther's power in the last movie. Now, when it came to the performances, all of them were really good in this. All of the characters, both old and new, got to have their moments to shine here. Whether it be Shuri trying to move forward after the death of her brother, and M'Baku trying to honor T'Challa by acting as a mentor of sorts to Shuri, or the introduction of Riri Williams before her show Ironheart comes out. And I have to say that I was digging her character and looking forward to her show. Moving on, I have to say that the biggest surprise character-wise for me was Namor. While I never really had this huge connection to the character in the comics, I know a lot of people do. They made a lot of changes from the source material, which may or may not be a turnoff for fans of the comics. I will say, because of the performance as well as the overall story arc of the character, these changes really worked for me. I think the only real issue I had with this movie was its overall length. The movie is almost 3 hours long, so there is a lot going on. They not only have to continue the story from the first movie, but also have all the new plots as well as new character setups as well. While I do feel that this movie could have been shorter, everything they did was important for the future of the MCU, so what are they going to cut? Those issues aside, I felt that Marvel did a pretty good job at changing things up because of Chadwick Boseman's death, moving forward with the overall story and honoring both the character of T'Challa as well as the actor behind him. I'm sure I speak for many of you when I say you will be and are missed, sir. Wakanda Forever. If you want to see Black Panther: Wakanda Forever, it's in theaters right now. That's going to be it for this edition of WAND Presents The Real Geno. As always, I am your host, The Real Geno, Geno Reynolds. Till next time. All right, let's do this. Leroy Jenkins.